Hello, hello. Well, here you catch me off walking the dogs. Say hello, Lucy and Buffy. Hello. So, just walked in past Scotttown, which is our little set of fisher cottages over there, built hundreds of years ago for, well, fishermen, obviously. I'm walking up to Banflinks, which is our best beach, which is up ahead. Very nice, isn't it? And look over here, something that you don't see very often is, oh, get my head out of the way, where is it? That there is an oil rig that's just kind of parked off the coast. Isn't that a bit cool? Right, where's Lucy gone? Let's go down to the beach, shall we? Come on then, you two, let's go down the beach. So, yeah, nice day today, and I'll tell you why. Sorry if there's a bit of wind on the microphone. I have got one of those clip-on microphones, and I just always forget to use it. Buffy, come on. So yeah, there's a lot to be said for just being able to walk and be in a place like this, and it's something I need to do more of, because I don't know, I sometimes feel, you know, that classic tourist thing where, like, if you live somewhere you never see the stuff, you just, because you're at home and you're doing your job and you're living your life, so you only kind of go and see the things that there are to see in your area if you've there's Buffy. Oh, there's Buffy. If you're a tourist, or like if you have friends visiting. So I'm just trying to make the most of these things as well. Tide seems to be on its way out, so got a nice big beach. A few other dogs around. Lots of shells. I'm always on the lookout for sea glass for Nina. She collects it wherever she can find it. Although this beach, one of the reasons this beach is amazing, the way the tides work. Any rubbish or things, they're swept away, and the place where stuff tends to be washed up is on the Macduff side. So our beaches are cleaner, but there's a bit of a scavenging. So hey ho, it's just the way it goes, isn't it? Lucy, not too far. And Evans, I walked down to the bus stop with Evan earlier. He's got his words are escaping me. Woodwork. He's got his woodwork today. Last one before Christmas. So I just thought I'd walk down with him. And you can then just go straight down the main street through town, and you come out basically above the harbour. From where I have walked around to here. Another bike came in yesterday, which I'm going to sort later. It's an electric bike. I get a few of these. Yeah, my main issue with electric bikes is they're so bloody heavy. Try and get them like to stay on my stand is just ridiculous. What I'm going to do when I've moved operations to the bothy, I'm going to like fix bike stands into the walls and things like that. I'm going to come up with a system that means that everything stays where it's supposed to. So I am looking forward to it, and I'm getting slightly more positive about it as days go on, which is nice. But I mean, this is Christmas now. As I said to you yesterday, the big event on Sunday, that's really the last big thing I want to do. Take some time, get some breath back. I was reading a book this morning, Artemis, by, oh god, what's he called? Same guy who wrote The Martian. Absolutely fantastic author. The Martian, Project Hail Mary, and Artemis. And I'm rereading Artemis at the moment, and it is absolutely wonderful. Please read all of this guy's books if you can. And one of the things that was mentioned, just a throwaway sentence on the chapter I was reading today, and it was about waking up and having like that just few seconds of amnesia. You know, if you wake up comfy, you just have that few beautiful seconds before you remember everything. Whatever is going wrong. A few seconds of amnesia before everything comes flooding back, be it good or bad. and I really felt that this morning. What was nice is I woke up and the alarm went off and Nina immediately cuddled into me, and then we just kind of spent another half hour, which was wonderful. But yeah, I was really feeling that this morning, that brief amnesia until the world reappears in your mind and kicks your ass. So I was talking about that with Nina this morning, and I think we're both feeling that a bit. But the main thing is just keep going. Every day you get through, any time you finish a day, you find yourself in bed at night, you've succeeded. You've won that day, you've got through it. That's another one you can tick off as a success. No matter how you end the day, if you end the day still going, still strong, then tick that off as a win. So that's what I'm trying to do every day. Every day you get through it, you make good choices. Maybe you don't make many choices at all, but the choices you make, good choices, gets you through. And that's certainly the way I plan on pushing forward, if I at all can. So again, given the daylight, you can tell this is just around lunchtime at the moment. But I thought I could wait and do my video until later and tell you all about the wonderful shopping that I did and these wonderful brakes that I replaced on a bike. But that's boring AF. So instead, I just thought you could join me on a bit of a walk. And I mean, a lot of people ask me why I moved out here, what brought me up. This is hundreds of miles away from where I grew up and where I've ever lived before. And this is why. This is why I live out here. It's just gorgeous. This is our little place away from the, well, I say away from the woes of the world. As you know from my counter-protesting over the last few weeks, the woes of the world are trying to make themselves felt over here, but we're not having it. As long as I can look my kids in the eye and say, listen, however this ends up going, I can look them in the eyes and I can say, I did what I could. I didn't sit down. I fought. I tried. I didn't. It's that old idea of you can't be neutral on fascism, on bigotry, on racism, on any of that. Because just saying you're neutral and not making any attempt to challenge behaviour basically means that you're kind of complicit. I mean, I'm not saying that in a judgy way, but like if people are doing awful things and you say nothing and you do nothing and you take no action and you don't condemn it, then I mean, that to me is just a tacit endorsement. So no, you're either pro-fascist or anti-fascist. There is nothing in between. I am anti. One of the things that actually made me laugh on Sunday, actually, speaking of this, was somebody had a hoodie on, and it said like, "I am anti-Antifa," or words to that effect. And I'm like, okay, just take a moment for yourself. Think about what you've written. Think about how the two negatives cancel out. You're wearing a hoodie, proudly declaring yourself to be a fascist. Really? Really? So, yeah, that's my take on it anyway. I know I end up kind of on these topics a lot, but they're, well, gestures to everything, There's just so much going on. We need people to take a stand. As a middle class white straight cis man, I am the prime target to be one of these fascists, and because that's straight white men cause all the problems. But to me that just means I've got to try even harder, just got to shout even louder. So these guys do not represent me. I do not agree. I just want a world where everybody is peaceful and happy and looks after each other and the environment and loves dogs and loves pizza. You know, these are good things. But I shall not waffle any longer because I'm going to get up to the end here. So the Boyndey River comes out over there. It's really cool actually. I really like that estuary because it's a very low flowing river, which means that when the tide comes in, it actually just completely wipes out the estuary. Everything just gets kind of covered over with fresh sand. So it's, when you get up to it, it's not really an estuary, it is just literally a river or a stream letting out onto the beach. And then every day it carves itself a new direction, or in practical terms, many different directions. And yeah, it's really cool. So this is my happy place today, and I shall see you tomorrow.